to document. Anyways, I just finished my undergrad years, 3 undergrad years at Drexel, and I'm in a program where after my 3 undergrad years at Drexel, I can go accelerated. It's an accelerated path, which is why it's 3 instead of 4 regular college years. I can get, if I keep my grades up, I can go into grad school as a doctor of physical therapist, and so of therapy. And so I have finally made it. It is year 4 now. I'm supposedly senior, but because my 4th year is now grad school, I'm now a grad student at Drexel, studying to be a doctor of physical therapy. I am in the DPT program, and today is Wednesday, and it is the 3rd day of my doctorate program. Also, the other week, when I was having brunch with a couple friends, a Hong Kong styled brunch. It was so good, it touched my soul. Tung some fun macaroni soup noodles and gansik lights, Hong Kong style milk tea. Ooh, yeah. Anyways, it just hit me then that I am a 20-year-old in an accelerated doctorate program. It just like hit me. I was like, oh my gosh, because up until then I've been like downplaying it because my 3rd year has been very interesting. It's been like 2 quarters of like kind of school, but I kind of finished all my courses, so very little courses and really a lot of chill time, and then 2 quarters of co-op where I work at a hospital for my co-op experience. And so I literally just ended my co-op experience this past Saturday. And I actually worked Saturday full shift because my shift usually works on Saturday. So they were like, even though you're supposed to end your co-op on the Friday, do you mind working your regular shift on Saturday? And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, they actually do need the help, my help on Saturday. I'm the only rehab aide on Saturday versus on weekdays, they have other experienced people to cover for them. But I was like, oh, yeah, I would like to help them out one more day. So I worked full day Saturday. I started my break after I ended work at 4 p.m. That was my summer break. I had 32 hours of summer break, and then after Sunday, then Monday was the first day of grad school. And it was insane. Anatomy was insane. So basically our curriculum, Drexel does their best. Our professors do their best to make sure that we only learn what is necessary and not necessary to be a good physical therapist and to pass the board exam. There's some things they still test us on the board exam that hasn't quite been updated, that they teach us just because it's on the board exam and just because the board exam isn't as updated. And then they also teach us everything we need to know to be a PT, but no more, no less. And so I do respect that. They respect our time and our attention and our learning, to make sure we only learn what's necessary. But that means everything is essential. Whatever they teach us is essential. And I think I've been really like grinding because of that, because I know everything's important. And basically how it works for us is we have anatomy, we have kinesiology, which is the study of the movement of the body, and we have physical therapy exam and intervention, where we learn how to like interview patients and learn how to interact with them and get the information we need and how to treat them, right? But the thing is, they stack it in a series so that what we learn in anatomy will trickle down to what we learn in kinesiology, which will trickle down into what we learn in PT exam and intervention. And so we need to learn more anatomy so that we're ahead in anatomy, so that we understand concepts as we go down further. And then it should all 3 courses are basically kind of scheduled in that stacked way so that we can learn what we need together. And so what that means is we have to learn more anatomy first. And so this Monday, we usually only have 1 hour of lecture and then 2 hours of lab. And then we have another class. But this This past Monday, we had to go to like lecture for like 4 hours. It was like straight with a couple breaks in between. And so they really have us doing a ton of anatomy. So right now I'm really swamped with anatomy. Also, that is the building that I have all of my classes in. This is the new health science building. We are the first, this is the first year. They literally just finished it. And it's so new that the other day when I was trying to microwave my lunch, I had to set up the microwave because the paper and instructions and the tape was still on the microwave. So I like took out the instructions, untaped everything, and then plugged it in the back, and then I microwaved my lunch. It's really new. But yeah, it's really cool. And yeah, that's, I don't know, like it's day 3 and I've been really studying a lot. I think I really do need to get more sleep because I feel like my body is just like kind of drained. I feel like my voice is like a little shaky right now. I think, yeah, I've been studying almost nonstop. Like today, I studied until 9 after class, and then I walked from the building back here, and then I was like, oh my gosh, like, woo, time to eat dinner. So I ate dinner at like 9:30, and then I finished a couple assignments, did my daily planks, just finished my shower. I'm really sweaty right now, so I came out to walk it off. And I was like, oh, I just need to decompress. And tomorrow, I'm like so grateful. I feel like so thankful that my class is at 4 because that gives me time to like do stuff. Like this morning, I like tried to wake up, I woke up early to try to do flashcards and read my textbook for anatomy so I can catch up on material. And then today we had anatomy lecture for 50 minutes and I was like, oh shoot, like it's like material that like he kept introducing so many new things right off the bat, and I was like, I need to study so much more. So a lot of my studying has been like trying to read everything, and I feel like reading and learning is so tough right now. Like it's all new information, I need to grasp it, I need to understand it all, and it's like all coming at me again and again, in like spine and back and muscles, intrinsic muscles, superficial muscles, you know, like I really need to know like all the muscles, and I'm trying to learn all the origins and insertions, but it's crazy. So hopefully I'll wind down this week, because after I'm done with like, after I'm like finished reading most of the stuff for this week, I can start studying and then preparing for next week. Oh yeah, and I also actually bought the textbooks this time. I got them on like ebooks, like off-brand eBay and stuff like that. I like have checklists for everything so that I make sure I complete tasks and all the reading. And it's funny because I went to Drexel for undergrad, right? And so I have to get a graduate one that says graduate, and so they like made the exact same, use the exact same picture, and it literally looks the exact same. And also for anatomy lab we have our own cadaver, and I wasn't able to be in the cadaver lab because of quarantine, which really kind of like messed up my anatomy education. But we have a cadaver, and it was so interesting. I didn't know what cadaver lab, like what we'd be doing, but today we finally we pulled back the skin on the back. We just used the scalpel and we started to make incisions, and then make sure that all the connective tissue and everything was off, take out all like the fat, so that we have a clear vision of all the superficial back muscles, which is what we're trying to learn. And it's amazing, like, so our body was very lean, so actually we had very little fat, very little adipose tissue, and versus like there are like other groups with like their cadaver has like a lot of fatty body tissue. So they were like really working at it, and I was like, wow, we got pretty lucky. Like, our guy's really good. And yeah, it's just such an amazing experience, and it's so interesting to like working on a body. It's actually not as scary as, or like weird or creepy as I thought it would be. Like, it is like, it's, you just gotta learn from it. You know, these people donated their bodies, and actually we treat them with the utmost respect, and they actually, we have to make sure that every single piece of tissue that we cut or whatever, like maybe like falls off, we keep it in a separate bin, so that we can later ship the full body, and then also the bits and pieces that we might have accidentally cut out, we give all of that back to the loved one, so that they can maybe do whatever they want, maybe cremate it or something, bury their loved one. And so yeah, all those, and then I'm actually really excited because the funeral director, he's going to give us profiles on our cadaver, and so then we can know like this person's lifestyle, like why they're like this. Like, so many things happen to the human body over the years. Like, you get a filling in your teeth, you get a pacemaker, you get like metal rods to like stabilize your bones, and like all the procedures you go through. We see that like in the body. It's like, was this person active? Did they serve in the military? Did they have a sit-down job? You know, like, why is there so much more fat on this person? Why are they so lean? You know, why is why is the left side more muscular? It's like, are they left-handed? You know, it's amazing, and I'm like really like privileged, and I feel so like blessed to be able to have this experience. Anyways, that was the cool point of my day. And yeah, okay.